This is Dr. Hep, aka Dr. Greed, your recapper for this season. Back with Hargrim again.
Yes, I'm back.
Hello.
Everyone
How?
can rejoice. Your favorite recapper's back.
Your favorite co-host is back. Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, I'm doing quite well today. How are you doing today?
I'm just tired.
Yeah,
Stayed up
understandable.
too late.
Ah, yeah, I've been hitting this streak of Final Fantasy 14 online.
Yeah, it's
That
just some of those games. Just once you start, you just can't stop.
yeah,
It's the same if I were to go back and play something like World of Warcraft.
I did that mistake once. Don't do it again. So we have two games that already been played. My game and versus Ram Yams on Highway and Grismail Grayless. So we shall take that into considerations when we are watching the teams.
We'll just ignore you.
Yeah, basically. There
If
you
you don't
go.
like it, tough.
Yeah, there you go, Hagamore. Yeah, recap. So, first off, we got Witches Be Trippin' versus Grismer Grayless. Two.
So not really a surprising result for me. Dark
So,
Elves doing what Dark Elves do, and taking a nice 2-0. But Crowdog is a good coach. I don't know how well the coach behind Grismery Great Illers, plays, but I know what Crowdog can do, and it's not surprising that this is a 2-0 for him.
yeah, Mufflonzo is the first time I'm hearing his name as well.
Yeah,
Um,
that's probably why I don't know the coach name.
yeah,
But yeah, not a surprising result. Dark Elves really do well against Bretonia
yeah, they
because
do.
Bretonia is Bretonia.
Yeah, like, I don't know what is even a good matchup for Bitonia.
Lizardmen, dwarfs, chorfs in certain cases, but mostly some of the like heavy bash teams.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting. Heavy bash teams.
Because
Um,
I know the guy who designed the Brit team,
mhm.
and he designed them to be sort of like a fun, gimmicky team at the same time as being able to take on the bash teams.
Yeah, makes sense.
But they sort of work in the same manner as humans do,
Yeah.
except that they're worse than humans
Okay.
because they have more armor 7 pieces, but they're better at handling the bash teams than the humans are.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. And then they got a gimmick with the ball handling because all the blitzers got catch.
Yeah, blitzers with catch helps a bit, but it's
Yeah.
you know
Hello there, Singed and Hamel. Okay, nice.
hello.
I want it on record that I only lost my game because I handed off to the warrior who has been 14 out of 16 SPP all season. I blitzed with him so many times and then he failed all the catch and pickups rolls. Ball was safe otherwise. Okay, Singed.
Okay, Singe. So here's the thing: try not and do that if you're trying to win the game.
Yeah. But for now, let's take a quick look at Grismer Grayless. Now, we have in mind that they have played a game as well.
Yeah, they played then another game.
Yeah. I'm just opening because I'm slow and apparently not.
So I mean, it's looking good on the blitzers. Every
Yeah.
one of them has blodge. You have the utility tackle, the ball carrier, sure hands, and then sidestep for one turning.
Yeah.
Lacking a bit of guard still. I mean, 2 of them having guard is nice, and a guard strength 4 is very nice. Having
Yeah.
the Rog as well can build for a future very annoying piece with guard stand firm.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
I am still a bit disappointed in not seeing a single dirty player on the peasants, because
Yeah.
that at this point in time you really want to, if you can't remove it from punching it, you want to be able to kick it in the face and remove it.
Yep.
And because your linemen are so cheap, you'll just throw a lineman into the problem.
Yeah. Very much so. So for this match, he actually leveled up the blocker, Mikhail Bard, to fetch that secondary block or guard.
Well, that must have been a cheeky wee manatee ass.
Yeah, it was very much so.
Yeah.
So that was But I mean, that's what we told you to do, so well done. Well
I
done.
mean, I like it when people vanity pass to get levels because it just helps speed up the process of getting your team to where it needs to go.
Yeah.
I am gonna tell you to vanity pass with Antoine de Marais, the
Yeah.
one at 30
Same.
out of 31, just so he can get that last level
Yep. Same.
and hope for doubles.
Yep. Because he's getting sacked otherwise, isn't he?
I probably wouldn't sack a Bretonian blitzer unless they got like a permanent injury.
Okay. Because they're so
because
expensive.
because they have access to a lot of different skills. You could
Yeah.
build like if you're feeling really rowdy, you could build like a passing blitzer.
True. True.
I wouldn't because that's just stupid.
Yeah.
Because it's relying on more dice than you need to roll. You might as well just carry it on the one guy and never do anything else with it.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
most cases.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah,
I have spotted something that is fairly interesting. So now, since he got leader already, he's already up to 3 rerolls, right? But he has 220k of cash laying around.
I think he's just waiting around to see if one of his players dies.
Yeah.
Because if he loses a blitzer, it's 110k to replace it. You
Yeah.
won't always be able to get the money for that.
And he does have a level 2 stadium already, but no enhancement.
So, I
So,
mean, it depends on how rowdy you want to go.
yeah.
Because you could take some of the secure things like the security gate that goes against the riots and pitch invasions. You could take the one that goes against rock.
Yep.
But if you're feeling really, really rowdy, you take the bribe stadium.
Yeah, the bribe stadium. I'm watching the bribe stadium right now, and I could easily see some of these players getting frenzy. And then you take in the beer stand as well. That's also an option.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't on a team like Pretonia. It's only
No.
on teams like
Norse.
dwarfs or Norse where you'd consider the beer stand.
Yeah.
But I could
I've
see
seen
like if the
some
30
Dark
elf,
Elves.
yeah, Dark Elves I would never take it on because there are so many better things you could take for stadium enhancements.
Yeah, but I've seen some.
But yeah, the Blodge Step Blitzer I could see taking Frenzy as the next skill because that sidestep sort of protects him against the surf, the counter surf.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So.
And a frenzy piece is always nice. But yeah, please don't forget to spend your cash, mate. Because it's just giving away, what now, 70 extra TV? Just letting you know.
It's everything above 150 gives increases your TV.
Yeah, so that's quite a lot. But now, let's watch Watching Be Tripping, and these guys haven't played their secondary match yet, so...
This is a lot more TV efficient than my own team.
Yeah.
But that's because there are some players that are lacking skills.
Yeah.
So Holly the Witch Elf, the Wrestle Witch, is one touchdown away from a skill, which is lovely. I could imagine either taking Tackle or Strip Ball, or Leap for that matter, to build that extra sacking Witch Elf.
Yeah.
Benji the Blitzer needs to be fed a few touchdowns and a few mana the asses.
Yeah,
just to get that dodge skill because
Dodge is so good.
Dark Elf Blitzers really need dodge.
Yeah, and I would actually suffice and say recommend to take Tackle, because you're kind of lacking Tackle at the moment, Crodog, on the Witch Elf. Sure, Strip Ball will make, and Leap will make her a better, like, Sake for the ball carrier. But if you want to win games plainly, I recommend taking Tackle, because that has more utility pieces. Or more utility.
Yeah, I'd say Tackle before Leap and Strip Ball.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Because your team overall is looking nice, but you're lacking some of those core skills. Like Tackle, for example. Like, you have enough guard because you've rolled like a madman.
I mean, having 3 guard pieces is very, very nice. One of them being on the Blitzer, which is highly mobile once it gets dodge.
Yeah.
You know, it's...
Yeah. And that lineman as well, with guard block at the moment, like, from this point on, he will just survive for longer.
Block will help him stay on his feet. I can imagine he'll take dodge as the next skill.
Yeah, same. It's kind of curious to me that he picked up block on that one, because I would have gone with dodge, but I guess Crodog...
No, on an elf guard piece, before they have any skills, you take block.
Okay,
because a lot of people will probably hit it with tackle anyways.
True.
For starters,
True.
So you might as well just give it block
Okay.
and never give it wrestle because,
No, yeah. Never give it
wrestling your
first.
own player to the ground is just a bad idea.
Yeah. That's kind of hold that thought until you come to my team. But yeah, well done, Crowdog. Next up, we got a new Romantic versus Rolling Renegades.
So it looks like Alethea has taken a pelting this one.
Yeah.
I remember playing him last season and it wasn't going so well, if I recall. But, I mean, 22 armor breaks for the Necro, Jesus.
Yeah. 22 armor breaks are a lot. Even with 44 blocks, that's just half of them.
Yeah. I think it's Ravers, actually. I don't remember. Rolling Renegades, Ravers.
Rolling Renegades is Athea's, and Romantics are Dave's. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. I mean, that Witch Elf that has double movement, Mighty Blow, block, and strength is just absolutely insane.
I would almost argue that she's even worse than Aerodynamics at this point.
Which one?
My elf. My super elf.
Oh, yeah, that having a movement 9, strength 4, Mighty Blow, Witch Elf is just insane.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, so I basically have an easy one-turner here that has Mighty Blow, that has strength 4. She can just carry the team on her own.
Yeah. No, it was probably a very uneven match, to say the least. One looking at the dice.
New Romantic did 44 blocks, which means I would say the Rolling Renegades gave up too many.
Yeah.
You want to keep like a proper bash team. You want to keep their blocks at about 30. Anything above like 39 is too many.
Okay. Yeah. Because that's an interesting factor for me to remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, so shall we take a look at the new Romantic team and see how they are doing?
Devs.
Yeah. And to be honest, since he got now block on both the flesh golems and a blodge werewolf with your hands.
Oh, yeah. So this is how I like to see my Necro team built. The whites are lacking a bit of development. They need to sort of get their
fair share, yeah.
Block, tackle, Mighty Blow, Werewolf is your killer, so that's the one that's going to be blitzing every turn.
Yep. Excuse me. No worries.
You have your ball carrying Werewolf as well. A lot of people would say that you need to sack your wolf if it doesn't get anything interesting, but I really like carrying on a wolf.
Yeah,
because I'm not a big fan of the ghouls on the Necro team, but I can see a lot of their use because they start with dodge and they can be your ball carrier.
Yeah, I see it the other way around. I don't like a ball carrier wolf, but since you're going this route, I need to comment on it. And right now, it's looking really right at everything that you got, down to the block and the kick and the dirty player zombie even, I would say. Just hand over the ball to the white, Simon Le Bon. Because he is at G3. So it's just a 3+ for a handover. Or handoff. And then he can score.
And that'll give him his level to take guard.
Yeah, exactly. That gives him the level to take guard.
Yeah.
Always found that Necro is one of those teams that I kind of struggle to know how I want to develop them. Because you kind of want guard, but your flesh golems are so slow to develop guard.
I would say, Necro is one of those teams that can do a bit of both.
Yeah.
It heavily depends on how they get their skills and what skills they get. Because if you have wolves that never roll Mighty Blow, you need a killer of some sort, so you'll start developing a white as a killer.
Yeah.
But if you have a wolf that gets Mighty Blow very, very quickly, like within the first few games of your season or the team's lifespan, then you just use your whites as support pieces when you can, guard, stand firm, that sort of thing.
Okay, yeah.
No, and the fleshies really just have one way down, which is
block, they're just they are pillars.
Block, guard, and then they're set. Everything else is just extra.
So for doubles, always dodge, right? Because then you have a dodge, stand firm.
Doubles on a flesh golem should always be dodge, and if you haven't taken dodge, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah. exactly. No, but Dave, a very nice looking team at the moment. Very TV efficient, I would say.
I think there's too many zombies on the roster.
Okay, too many zombies.
Yeah,
Even if he
there's
got
like
a
six
dirty player one.
zombies. So
One,
one,
two,
two,
one, two,
three,
three, four,
four,
five,
five,
six.
six. Actually, there's 7. So it's a 13-man roster. Honestly, you don't need the 13th man. I'd sack a zombie.
Sack a zombie. Okay.
Yeah, just get rid of one.
Just get rid of the one that is from another team that you don't want then. You know? Yes.
Yeah, no, you have to. It's a Pokemon. You have to catch them all.
Okay, so get rid of the ones that are from your standard team, I guess.
Yeah. No,
Yes.
just get rid of the ones that has like 0 out of 6 SPP.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Shall we take a look at the Rolling Renegades then? See how Athea's team are doing after that.
So, Alethea still doesn't have much of a team.
No.
You know, you have the Witch Elf that's just on crack or whatever.
Yeah.
You've decided to feed her.
Yeah.
You have another Block Mighty Blow, tackles Witch Elf, which is very nice with sidestep.
Yep.
Blitzers with dodge, block, and tackle.
Yeah.
The single piece with diving tackle's nice.
Yeah.
I wonder why you took jump up on the blitzer, because that could have been something else like sidestep. Because blodge, sidestep, guard is really, really fucking OP.
Yeah.
It's sad that it has a niggle, but you know, him having guard is just saying, all right, he's there until he dies.
Yeah, he's there until he dies. I mean,
or you know, he gets too many perms to be useful.
yeah. And after you picked up the jump up, I would have gone with the Mighty Blow route on this piece.
I
just
don't
because
think
of the
another
jump
mighty,
up.
I don't
but
think
you
another
don't-
mighty blow in this case is worth it.
Yeah.
Because you have it on your witch elves, which you're trying to protect anyways most of the time. So having the guard on a blitzer is the right call. Looking at the rest of the team.
Yeah, exactly. But if these witch elves weren't on crack and rolled like state frags, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say here.
If your witch elves had rolled normals, I would have taken mighty blow on the blitzer.
Yeah, thanks.
But considering that both witch elves have mighty blow already, it's
And
the
the
right
guard.
call to not give the blitzer mighty blow.
Yeah. No, I still think this is a very good team, Athea. That you just need to buy us a 4th blitzer and then poke with the lone alignment, put them in front, so you don't hurt your main team, you know? And then that way your only loners will get hurt, and then you can save up or like money to still buy linemen eventually.
Yeah.
And then get your team back on track. Because if you really like the team, keep going with it. Because it's a really good team.
It definitely has a lot of potential.
Yeah. Sorry guys if we're talking little about your teams, but there's not really much to mention about them, if that's the case. But you know how this goes, so. Now, we have Scarlet Charlatans versus One Thick Coat.
So that is Gremzilla against the other Necro team.
Engelbart Hex.
Yeah. Oddly, Engelbert Hex. So oddly enough, the Necro have more armor breaks. But still, the Chorfs won.
Yes.
So even the Necro did more blocks, but got less for it. So 2 KOs, 2 injuries, 1 kill, 5 KOs, 1 injury, and 1 kill.
Yeah, so and
That
the kills were kind of spicy on both sides, because it was a werewolf that had blodge sidestep that got killed, and a break tackle block movement up bull centaur that died.
Ooh.
And both of those pieces are very good, I would say.
I would say the werewolf is.
He's
We'll
just
take
recycling.
a look at that on the team, but I think
Yeah.
the bull hurts more than the werewolf does.
I think so too, but because the werewolf will just recycle itself. But yeah. Now 48 blocks succeeded versus 39. I mean, they're just 10 apart, so they're both doing good, I think.
Yeah.
Doesn't the ball handling were? I mean, the Scarlet Charlatans hold the ball for 37% of occupation's half.
Yeah, ball possession I've never really understood, and it doesn't make any sense, so I've always just ignored it and said fuck it. because there's no real reason to look into ball possession because it doesn't really say much about the game.
Yeah.
You know, the amount of blocks tells you a bit more, but not that much. The amount
Yeah.
of removals doesn't tell you anything because it could just be good dice.
Yeah. Something that does tell me something though is dice blocks and dice in preferred. Because when you have like 5 both down versus 21 both downs. No, 5 both downs versus 16 both downs.
Yeah, that's not gonna be fun.
Yeah, there's a bit of difference there. Just
Yeah.
comparing them.
Yeah.
And same with regular dice rolls as well. They roll fairly even though, I must say, with compared to each other. So there you go. But shall we take a look at the dead werewolf team?
Yeah.
If I can find them. There you go.
So a fresh
Skeletons.
wolf has been bought,
Yep.
which is nice. You have your killer white, which is great. I would have liked to have seen stand firm on the guard white before tackle.
Yep.
Because it just means that most pieces won't be able to do anything about it, won't be able to remove it. It's got block, so it's a 55% chance to knock it down with 2 dice. It's going to be hard to deal with a guard stand firm block white.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen stand firm, but I can see the merit in taking tackle.
I can really see the merit in taking tackle here because of the division that he's in, so to say, with all these dodge teams that we have. I can understand the tackle pickup here. Like if you have watched my content before, you have seen me ramble on about the big discussion that Metal and Superfed have had on the podcast multiple times before about you need to pick the skills to win the games right now and not in the future, because the future may not come.
You have a bot, by the way, that you might want to chat. There's a bot in your chat. You just go
delete.
Purge. There we go. Not yet. So at this point in time, feed a bunch of touchdowns to your wolves so that they can roll the doubles.
Yeah.
I'd say if by the time they have reached their second skill and they haven't got Mighty Blow, you fire them and you recycle them.
Yeah. Right.
Because
precisely.
You're running with a ghoul, which is okay. I don't like it, but it's okay. Considering you're running with a ghoul, you don't want your werewolves to be your predominant ball carriers, so you want them to be your killers.
Yeah, exactly.
So if by the time they get their second skill and they still haven't rolled doubles, fire them and repurchase a new one to try and get a Mighty Blow werewolf.
Yeah, exactly. And I also think it's a valid reason now to start carrying on the werewolves and skip it on the ghouls and just let the ghoul be on the stance for a while.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just so you can level up the werewolves, even though it's a worse scenario for you, I imagine, because you have one less of your main players on the pitch. But I strongly think that's the right choice right now, just because you need to level up that new werewolf.
You really want those level ups quickly.
Yeah, exactly. And the other one with block will probably kill something in its near future, because it has only 2 SPP up to level.
Yeah, and if it doesn't, if you want to guarantee a level up on it, you hand off to it and you let it score.
Yeah, exactly. Or you face my team. There you go. That's easy enough, and then you will get some bunch of SPP. Yeah. No, but it's a. I think this is the way that I would have played Necro more. It's yeah. Well done. Well done. Now take a look at one thick coat, Grimzilla.
Still no claw.
Yeah.
That's a bit odd for a Chaff team.
Yeah, I think he actually. So this is the funny fact. I think he has rolled so many stat-ups of strength that he hasn't had time to take claw. I don't know what to think about that, but
I think the 2 strength 4 guard pieces is nice because they can take stand firm and be a nightmare to deal with.
Yes.
2 Chaffs that still need levels.
Yeah.
Focus on trying to hand off to them, because if one of them rolls claw, they're gonna be in a good spot because then you have a designated killer, and then the remainder of your Chorfs can play support the killer.
Yeah.
The Hobgoblins is Hobos, you know, there's
They are
nothing much to say about
hobgoblins.
Hobgoblins.
They are hobgoblins.
Buy that last bill because you really want it,
Yeah.
and it's prioritize getting the Bill Centaur level up before the Chorf level ups, because the Chorfs will take care of themselves for a while. That
Yep.
Bill Centaur not having block is going to be hard.
Yeah, it's gonna definitely be a bit of I don't know what it's called. The small little wooden things that you have in your skin. Damn it. Splinter in your team. There you go. It's gonna be a bit of a splinter in your team to not have that Bull Centaur, I think.
First off, having one Bill is shit.
Yep.
Secondly, having two Bills and one of them not having block is
kind of like a splinter,
thorn in your
right?
side because you can't reliably blitz with it in fear of the 1 in 9s, and you really want to not roll 1 in 9s.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it just needs to be rushed to block as quickly as you can, preferably through handing the ball off to it.
Yep. So other than that, really good team, right? Still.
It's just another Chorf team, really.
Yeah, it just needs claw, and then it's good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Now, let's take a look at Razzlestorm and Shuppy. I know that I got a message from Razzlestorm about this match. But I can't remember it. Sorry, Razzlestorm.
It's okay. It's okay.
It was a week ago, I think. I got the message.
So 14 armor breaks to 3. I mean, it is Wood Elves, so
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Sort of to be expected. 2-2 is a good result for Razzle after having a bad start to the season.
It really is. It really is.
Lineman level up is quite nice. You can take Strip Fall as the next thing.
Yep. Yep.
And the level up on the capture is for Shoopy is good as well.
Yep. 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 And I mean, the match went on, as we said, 2-2 with nothing really much happening, it seems like.
Yeah.
Except
the one thing that does
the
strike me,
did
though,
intercept once.
Yeah. The one thing that does strike me, though, is that Razzle had 45 blocks, which means Choopy has given up way too many hits.
Yeah. Yep.
You've given up way too many hits. This is why you had 7 KOs and 1 injury.
Yeah.
It's just you have to really just not base up as much unless it's really, really important that you do so.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, as Wood Elves, your team is just going to fall apart.
Yeah. He also, for this match, Razzlestorm actually induced Helmut and Morgenthau.
Okay, kudos for taking Morgenthau because he's like one of the worst star players you could take.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same there.
Yeah.
But I guess since it gave you the 2-2, it was a good one.
Yeah.
But like, it's one of the worst ones. And I mean, Razzlestorm, you have done fantastic keeping your team together, I must say. Because, well, your catches are starting to come back, and you now can play with all three of them.
Your catches are in a good state right now.
Yeah.
You're missing the 4th blitzer, but I don't hate not having it.
Yeah, like you can
get the bear.
I'm
not joking. I'm not joking. It's when he got the bear last season, he just started winning game after game after game, and once the bear died, he just started losing.
Oh, really? So you should really get the bear.
Get the bear.
Okay, get the bear. Get the bear. Get the big
Get
teddy
the
bear.
unashamed Crocs ago. Or
Yeah.
the bears ago.
Yeah.
Crocs a bear.
So for level ups, apparently a wrestle Yosef Extra got tackle.
Yeah.
And Femistan Marcos got
Mighty Blow.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't hate it. I mean, you have one killer and then the remaining blitzers play support.
Yeah.
They take guard, they take sidestep and dodge and block and that sort.
Yeah. No, it's
just to make the slant, just to make the Kislev even more annoying.
Yeah, very much so. So, shall we take a quick gander over at Shippy's Wood Elves? Then?
So his TV's dropped a bit.
His TV has dropped a
bit. But that's because his Juggernaut War Dancer is missing the next game.
Yeah, that's about 240 TV sitting on the border bench.
I mean, he's not dead, so that's something at least.
Yeah.
It's just an MNG.
I think this is the ones that I would call, he's safe for 2 games, let him be. You know?
What is it? What is it with you and rolling doubles?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just that new catcher that got a level got guard. Your other one with plus movement has guard.
Yeah.
You've got 2 plus agi. You've got a lineman with guard. You've got 2 doubles on 1 War Dancer. You have 1 double on another War Dancer and a 3rd double on the tree.
Yeah. He has rolled really good. I wonder what he sacrifices to get those.
Mate, what hacks are you using?
Yeah.
Like, if you found a way to find the dice seat.
Share. We want to know. What time do you do your level ups
share
on?
those hacks.
Yeah. We want some.
This is a dangerous Wood Elf team as it stands right now. This is
really
very dangerous.
It really is. Like 2 agi 5s, 1 being blodge sidestep as well. Even though they're just linemen, they're really good.
No, any agi on a Wood Elf team is fucking dangerous.
Yeah, this team is just dumb at this point. Well done, Choppy. You're getting the dumb award from me.
It's stupidly broken.
Yeah. Well done. So, now, shall we take a look at my team? Reminder, people, I played a game after this, so my team looked very much better after the team versus Harmel.
Wait, we need to look at the result first.
Oh, right.
You got the shit kicked out of you by Harmel.
Yep. I did.
Which, I mean, it's very much a match up for you that talks about, you know, how badly is this going to go for me? Because if my armor 7 doesn't hold up well enough, I'm fucked.
Yeah, that's basically what happened. I did fairly well, I would say, in the first half, and then after the first half, I basically had like 3 players on the pitch once again. It was just one of those games.
But I mean, I'm looking at the stats, and 47 blocks given away, and you only took 19. It's just you're taking too few.
Probably.
But that's more telling about how many pieces you had removed, because you gave away 47 blocks.
True.
And this is a matchup that heavily favors the high elves because they have the armor for it, so they can play the bash game.
Yeah.
Which you can't.
Yeah. I think I went wrong here with me just going in and playing bash, basically.
Yeah, you don't want to get into bash matchups as pro elves.
Yeah. But something that I'm very happy with, I actually leveled up my new catcher, Sparky Pluggo.
Yeah, so he's got dodge, which is right choice.
Yeah.
Because dodge before block on catchers just makes them so much better.
Yeah.
So you know this.
Quick gander.
As it looks right now, the team is pretty hammered.
Mine, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just starting to take a beating. So basically, my now thrower lineman, since I rolled a double and took pass on him.
Yeah.
Yep. He got hammered into the ground by Harmel, so he took a movement bust.
You're sort of okay with that because you've got plus RG.
Yeah, I'm kind of okay with that. It could have been worse, really. But I would have preferred to keep his movement, because basically 1 negative movement means that I can pass like less distance, right? Or move the ball in a distance as a whole.
You can move the ball less squares, which means it might put off a bit of movement for you.
Yeah.
Because you have to make sure that your passing distance is okay.
Yeah, which I never do, so, you know.
Yeah.
But
I'm also noticing that your actual thrower is gone.
Yeah, my actual...
Your over-glorified lineman is gone.
Yeah, I fired him, because he took... Was it a armor bust, I think? It was something on him that made me want to fire him, and then I fired him, because he was just glorified. He was just a glorified... Yeah, he took an armor bust, that's it. Yeah. So it was armor 6. Movement 7, strength 4, armor 6, and I didn't want that on my team. Just running around and stealing SPP. Yeah, so I took...
But whoever faces you next week
yeah.
is going to be so happy that that plus strength plus RG catcher is out.
Yeah, that happened in AU's game versus me.
Yeah. We won't take a look at that. We'll ignore it. So
yeah.
let's move on to the the high elves.
Let's see. I think though nothing else happened to my team. But here we got me taking dodge after guard though. On my 2 guardmen. Linemen. So what do you think about that, really? I want to...
What'd you say? You took guard on your...
on my linemen, and then I took dodge afterwards. Because you said before that you wanted block after the guard.
I would have preferred block before dodge on the guard lineman.
Okay.
Simply because it helps. In most cases, it helps them stay on their feet a lot more, especially on pro elves, because a both down won't take them down. A lot of people would, if it has dodge, will hit it with tackle, which means you don't have any defensive skills to deal with.
Yeah.
So in a sense, block helps it a bit more.
Yeah.
But you know, one of your guard pieces having a niggle is just,
yeah.
It's gonna get targeted with tackle because it's so easy to get rid of.
Yeah.
It's just roll an 8, roll a 9, or roll an 8, roll an 8 if you have mighty blow, and that piece is gone.
Yeah. To be honest though, I just realized what a blodge nightmare my team is, or what a dodge nightmare my team is. To be fair,
it has a lot of dodge.
Because like 10 players have dodge at this moment. That's quite a lot.
It's always good to have enough dodge on like a pro elf team.
Yeah. But Harmel, on the other hand, came out more victorious than me after that match. And his team, I didn't do even a dent in it. I actually gave him skills, I think. Because now his strict baller has tackle. Or like his leaper. His strength 4 leap piece.
Yeah. Strength 4 leap tackle. I'm surprised it doesn't have dodge yet.
Yeah, same.
Honestly, you know, it's all good and well to have wrestle, leap, tackle, and strength 4, but that player needed dodge before tackle.
Yeah.
Simply to protect it.
Yeah.
And to make its dodge rolls safer.
Yeah.
A lot of people will take tackle before dodge. For example, like Harmall has done, will take tackle before dodge if they roll mighty blow. Personally, I'm a bigger fan of having dodge on it because those players need protecting.
Yeah.
Especially if it's an armor 7 catcher on a high elf team. That player needs protecting.
Yeah.
I still disagree with having 2 throwers.
Yeah.
I don't like having 2 of them. One is okay, depending on your play style, of course. With high elves, it's a lot about the passing.
Yeah.
And
I think one is being played as an over-glorified lineman at this point. With the block and the 2 stand-ups on it. Though, something that I want to mention. The diving tackle. He said that he had a damn problem versus my team because of my diving tackle. So I might have inspired him here to pick up a diving tackle piece.
Yeah. Diving tackle is a great utility skill to have here and there. It's just, if you have a piece that you really, really want to keep a hold on, that could dodge out on a 3+ normally, you say, here's a diving tackle, go play with that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I do with my pieces all the time. It's really fun.
And then give it sidestep as well to make it harder to block it away, that sort of thing.
Yep. My diving tackle pieces have diving tackle blodge.
Yeah. But honestly, Halmall, stick to 1 thrower. If it's the plus strength, plus movement, block 1, just stick to that. If not, definitely get rid of a thrower if you ask me, because you don't need 2 of them. You only ever need 1. You can replace it with a lineman, and then you still have bench, so you put the thrower out on defense. Yeah.
I feel you, but I don't really agree with you, because right now the strength up, movement up one will never be a very, very great passer, but it will always be a good strength 4 piece. But it is an expensive one, because you're basically paying the skill cost of a thrower instead of the skill cost of a lineman for those extra startups. But yeah. It's a nice looking high elf team though.
It's an interesting high elf team.
Yeah, because
to say the least.
it has some scattered skills. It's not like, oh, this is done like my team. My team is pretty. Oh, everybody got dodge, everybody got block. You know, it's very stat linear, sort of. His team is more spread out. But now, Feasible Fantasy 12 versus Tasty Tunes.
So this is Dr. Nick against Singe. Singe picking up a nice MVP on the block Mighty Blow Pestigore. But sadly losing his game. What the fuck did you do, Singe?
Singe did hand off to a warrior who's been 14 out of 16 SPP all season.
So you were mucking about. You were davoing about.
Yeah. And then he failed the catch and the pick-up rules, and then the ball was safe otherwise. So I think Singe did one of those things where he went, I want some development. Let's go for the development. And then the Nuffle said, nope.
Yeah, with certain teams, it's a question of, do I take the season and try and win it, or do I take the season and try and develop?
Yeah.
Nurgle is one of those teams where it's just you need like 1 or 2 seasons to develop the team properly, unless you have like really, really good seasons, and then you can start saying to yourself, right, I'm gonna go for development here, or I'm gonna start winning now, because my team is in a position where it can now do enough damage.
Yeah. And Singe is actually, let's see now. Harmel has actually commented, and I missed it. Sorry, Harmel, and everybody that's commenting in chat. Dodge mean that we'll die in a 1D POW. Lol face. I have a 1 thrower and a 3rd blitzer that can recover the bowl safely. I can see that, yeah. Okay, so Singe says, I threw so many 3-die blocks against the goblins that with both the warriors, one cast from leveling. That's pretty good, actually.
That depends on how many POWs you roll, because if you didn't roll both downs, and just rolled like stumbles, etc., then I'd say, okay, nothing you can do about that. If you rolled enough both downs, I have to say, both down or no balls. No, in most cases, I'd say if you want casualties on your warriors, and you roll both downs against goblins, you're willing to take the risk of the armor break because it gives you the development you want. But then again, all of your warriors have block.
Yeah. But apparently so many pushes and stumbles apparently happened.
I'm gonna give you the big F.
Yeah, oof. The big oof. The big F.
Big oof.
The big oof. Let's rephrase that to the big oof.
F's in chat, boys.
Yeah.
But no, this is the typical team you will see in like CCL.
Yeah, this is
like a typical Nurgle team. It's just like, right, what are we gonna do? Mighty Blow Claw?
Yeah.
Piling on tackle?
Yeah, block Mighty Blow Claw. And then we're good.
Yeah, and just kill everything that we get near.
Yeah, exactly. Make people surrender. Singe, you're making people want to surrender versus you. Do you know this?
You're a terrible human being, Singe, for playing this sort of team.
We love you though, Singe. Well played. And now that he got Claw on the 1 Pestigle, he's gonna be even more terrifying.
You're not available to play a match this week, Singe. Is that why it might be an admin result?
Yeah, because you should be up versus somebody.
Check schedule.
It's
up against Gremzilla.
Yeah, Gremzilla. Maybe Gremzilla had a hard time scheduling.
Okay, yeah. So
I think their schedules didn't match over something.
Yeah. That sort of thing happens. Nothing you can do about that.
Yeah.
Let's go take a look at Dr. Nick's team.
Yep.
Nothing happened here. Same old team. Let's move on.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, isn't it? It hasn't really changed.
It's literally just the same team.
Yeah. Hey, a goblin has changed. There you go. He has been fired.
Ooh.
Because he got a smashed
One
ankle
goblin.
and one goblin. Because he got a dead MVP and a smashed ankle, so he didn't want to play anymore. But yeah, that's the only change. But he had actually Glot that apparently seen struggle with a bit for this game.
No, if you can, that wrestle goblin, throw a vanity pass with it, because then it can take horns and it can be a nice little cage diver.
Yeah, then it can be a real menace.
And it can just be fucking annoying for everyone.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what you want, really.
Yeah, exactly.
Finally, we have Haram Jam on Haywire against the Death Knight Demons.
Yeah. So...
his Divas taking a cheeky wee win.
Yeah.
Against the Dark Elves. I find... I've played Orcs. I've played against Orcs as Dark Elves quite a lot. And I find that it's a hard matchup because you have to be very careful and they can just throw... Yeah, there you go. You got your stats, Singe. Shut up. No, but it's a hard matchup for Dark Elves if they don't play it right.
Yeah,
and
it is.
Considering he's had 2 deaths, it's just one of those games where it's just okay. I can't do anything against these Black Orcs.
Yeah, it
no
really
armor
is.
breaks is also telling about what kind of game this is, because 13 blocks.
Yeah.
Against 29. Okay, it was just one of those games.
It was just one of those games, and
it was simply just one of those games that you can't do anything about.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it was just grim, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah. Shall we take a look at the Dark Elf team?
Sure.
The Night Dark Demons from Mouse. Let's see how they are doing.
So he's got both Witch Elves.
Yeah.
One has block and plus movement and sidestep, which is a nice piece because it gives you a nice little one-turning threat.
Yeah, yep.
Another Blitzer with plus movement is a secondary one-turning threat. Double Mighty Blow.
Yep.
If you already had the Mighty Blow on the Blitzer.
Yes.
Which at that point I would say that skill up Mighty Blow on a Witch Elf. It's nice, don't get me wrong. You can never really go wrong with Mighty Blow. I would have preferred to have seen Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Because at this stage, for a Witch Elf, that she's got a skill, she's got no block or wrestle.
Yeah.
She's clearly at this point in time, she clearly has to take block. But because of that double, you could have taken Juggernaut and ignored wrestle, ignored fend, and ignored stand firm, and you could turn both downs into pushes, making the surfing threats so much better.
Yes.
Because putting that stand firm piece in the wrong position now means, right, I'm surfing it.
Yep.
And the more pieces you can get up on the pitch, the better it is for you.
Yeah. So
I like Mighty Blow on Witch Elves, but I would have preferred to have seen Juggernaut because at this stage also it means she's protecting against the 1 in 9s on blitzes.
Yeah. Exactly. Also, I don't know, Hummel, what's up with the plus movement witches. They're probably on sale or something. But on this match, we see actually Eldril Sidewinder being badly hurt. So he's doing his job on the sideline.
Eldril is never a bad call for Dark Elves because they can utilize it so well.
Yeah. And
if you play it right, you can utilize Eldril so well.
Yeah, very much so. And then the Blitzer, Disputed Chef of Hell 2, actually got guard from this match.
Yeah, I like the choice of guard on that Blitzer. Yeah, that's the right call.
Yeah, you need guard.
That's the right call.
Yeah. And then unfortunately, one of his main linemen died, and a loner and another loner did take Gorge Eyes. So the 2 linemen, lone linemen, did their job at least, taking a death and a Gorge Die for the team.
You don't really care about the loners in the end, so...
Yeah, exactly. A bit unfortunate, though, with the other, your linemen, so to say, being dead. But rather that than one of the witches, right?
Absolutely. I would take, 3 dead loner linemen over a badly hurt witch.
Yeah, exactly. So, shall we check out...
Finally, his Orcs.
These guys
the most boring team in all of Blood Bowl.
Yeah, they've gotten a bit of a skill up since my team faced them as well, I think. But yeah, so the only one who leveled up from this match was Bobby Dash, and he got Dauntless. That's the
It's
only
an
level up.
interesting choice.
Yeah, I would say
It's
so
a
too.
very interesting choice.
It just means
I
that
would
he
have
can.
preferred guard.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't think God. I think Dauntless is kind of funny. I would have actually picked up a Frenzy piece on him.
Okay, I'm also one of these coaches that dislikes piling on.
Ah, yeah.
I've been a tabletop player predominantly and only got into Blood Bowl 2 about a year ago.
Yeah, so you're...
And so I've never gotten used to piling on being like a thing that you could just click without consequence.
Yeah.
So I've never been a big fan of piling on. Especially because I feel like there are so many other skills that you could take that are better suited for the players.
Yeah.
Because piling on is just putting your player on the floor.
Yeah.
Having jump up on the player, of course, makes it a lot better for you.
Yeah.
But because you have jump up, for that exact reason is also why I would take guard. Because it means that if you're in a spot where it doesn't matter, you get up anyways. Or you can jump up block and then you've applied more guard to the situation. But if you're in a spot where your piling on player is far enough away, you can now jump up and move it the full 6 squares.
Yeah,
and get
that's
into
what
a
I've
place.
done.
Yeah.
That's what I've done on one of my catches. You just gave it jump up so you can actually, even though if I chug it down the line to make a score, even though if he's getting blitzed, I still can jump up and dodge his asses out of the field and actually run into the scoring line and then past him instead.
Okay. Hello, Cornite.
Hello there.
Welcome to the show. We're just about to wrap up, sadly.
Yeah, and so unfortunately.
Yeah,
But
see,
yeah.
Singe saying that his chaos never had piling on and it worked pretty well.
Yeah,
The thing is that once you take, if you go like full griefer team with like Nurgle or Chaos or Chorfs, and it's just Claw piling on Mighty Blow.
Yep.
And then it's just, okay, well, half of my team is now on the floor voluntarily.
Yep.
You give up so much in the way of positioning.
Yeah.
And play when you choose to pile on.
Yep.
Even one piece can make a huge difference in your positioning.
Yeah.
Because it can create holes, it can mean that he gets fouled unless you protect it, and now you're dedicating resources to protecting that player from getting fouled, which means you're not moving up the pitch, or you're not positioning yourself in you're not putting yourself in a position that is better for you.
Yep, very much so, yeah. And once again, AU, even from our match, I must recommend you to pick up a goblin.
I will keep saying this to you every week, and I think from next week I'm going to start ignoring you. If you don't pick up that fucking goblin.
Yeah, because it would have been really good in our matchup.
It is 40k. You have already embraced the bloat the minute you started playing orcs. Take that damn goblin and give you a better one-turning threat than having to do all the chain pushes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's possible with movement 6. It's even better when you have the movement 7 blitzer. But fucking pick up that goblin. I know you don't like it, but you have enough players to just sit the goblin out on the bench, bring it in for the one turn, and be done with it.
Yep. So that was it for this week's recap. We will be back next week with these matchups. Happy hunting, guys, and yeah, thank you, Hygrim.
Kill some chorfs.
Yeah, thank you for being with me today. And also, guys, this week's recap got a bit late because of my reason. I totally forgot that we had it planned on Wednesday, so I got late to that, and then we couldn't make it happen. But yeah.
It happened. Be happy.
Exactly, it happened. But yeah, see you guys around. Bye-bye.
Auf Wiedersehen.